Good morning. My name is Parthesh Thakkar. What is your name?
My name is Ishai.
How can I call you?
You can call me Isha.
Can I check your identification document, please? Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, in this part of the speaking test, I would like to ask you some questions about school. How many schools did you change when you studied or when you were a student?
I changed 2 schools. I studied in a girls' school, which name was Nilamba Kanya Vidyalay. I studied there from standard 1 to standard 9. Then from standard 10 to 12, I studied in Priti Samani Vidya Bhavan, which was a co-ed school.
Which school you liked more out of these two schools?
Well, I like Priti Samani more because all the teachers were very highly educated, and that school gave importance to extracurricular activities also, and I had extremely competitive environment, so that school helped me a lot in bringing out my best.
Did your parents choose your school for you?
uh, the first school that I mentioned, that is Lilaba, it was chosen by my parents because it was located nearby my house. But the second school was chosen by me because I knew the reputation of that school, so I was very eager to get enrolled in that school.
If you get a chance, would you send your children in the same school?
Yes, definitely. I love that school a lot. All the teachers knew me very well. Even principal knows me. So I think it would be an added advantage for my children if I enroll them in. In addition to that, I'm extremely satisfied with the standard of education over there. So I'll definitely take that chance.
Which subjects did you study during your school years?
Well, I studied 3 languages, Hindi, Gujarati and English. In addition to that, I studied science, social studies, and maths, and some extra subjects like music and computer and drawing were also.
Did other students take the same subjects as well?
Yes, definitely. I mean, those subjects were compulsory, so there was
Okay.
no any other option.
Fine. Now, I would like to ask you some questions about weekends and activities that we do in weekends. What do you do during weekends?
Then, first of all, I wake up very late in the morning. Then I spend my time with my family members. I pursue some of my hobbies like reading newspapers and watching TV, watching movies, reading books. And sometimes I make one-day picnic with my friends or my family members.
What did you enjoy more? Weekends in your childhood or weekends in your youth days?
Uh, I enjoy my weekends now because when I was a child, all days were same for me. There was no distinction between weekdays and weekends. So, but today I have many facilities and I know the importance of weekends. So I enjoy weekends more now.
How important it is for you to do something different during weekends?
It is important for me because if I pursue similar activities during all the weekends, then it would be very monotonous for me. So I like to do some different things like visiting my relatives' house and going on picnic and pursuing different activities. So I feel some change in my routine activity and I enjoy my weekends to the fullest.
Now we'll move to the next part of the speaking test where I'm going to give you a topic and I'll give you 1 minute to think on what you're going to say and then you will have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. Don't worry if I stop you at the end. I would like you to speak on a positive change that happened in your life during your childhood or teenage. And here's some pen and paper if you want to make some notes. Could you start speaking, please?
Here I would like to grab an opportunity to talk about one incident that changed my entire personality. When I was in 5th standard, my schools decided to organize an annual function, and because of that, my class teacher came to my classroom and declared that they were going to play a drama based on epic Ramayana. So she wanted to choose the characters, and as I studied in the girls' school and I was the tallest girl among all the students, she chose me for the character of Lord Rama. But I denied at first. Then she convinced me anyhow, and I accepted her proposal tentatively. And after that, the following days were the most beautiful period of my life. I broke my eyes around me. I used to be very shy and introvert before that, but I made many friends during rehearsal. I started interacting with my teachers, and I made very good relations with all of them. And on the day of final performance, when I got the standing ovation from all the audience, that boosted my confidence very high. That incident changed my entire personality and my entire nature, from very shy girl to outgoing girl, from very introvert to extrovert, and I converted myself from a diffident to more confident person. All my stage fear was gone, and I could represent myself in front of all this audience, and that I had never thought in my wildest dream. Even my parents appreciated my efforts because they knew my personality, and that was completely different from my character. So they all were very shocked, surprisingly shocked, obviously. Yes, I really consider this change positive, even today also, because as I am a doctor, I have to deal with many patients, and and for that I need to have good communication skills, and I have to be very extrovert. So it has been done today also.
So we'll move to the next part of the speaking test, but before that, can I have that topic card and paper back? Thank you. What problems do today's teenagers face in your culture?
Generation gap to begin with. They feel that they are not being understood by the parents as well as elders. They feel that their demands are not fulfilled. In addition to that, our education system is such that they are burdened with lots of books and impossible syllabus. So they are not capable enough to cope up with that. So we witness increasing number of suicide cases before the time of exam, during exams, and even after getting the result. I think these are the challenges that today's teenagers are facing in my culture.
Do you think the same problems will continue to exist in future?
Yes, if education system does not change with time, if our authorities do not pay enough attention to this problem, I think this trend will continue and even it will increase in future.
What actions can be taken to bridge this gap to address this problem at an individual level or at a social level, according to you?
I think parents should make their children mentally strong and emotionally strong. They should teach them to cope up with all the difficulties that come in their way. And parents also need to understand that they should not expect much from their children. They should not be burdened with lots of expectations, and they should not be expected to outperform in each and every field. And in addition to that, children also need to understand that it is failing in exam is not the end of the life. It is the starting point of their life, and they should take it positively.
What are the social changes happening in your country these days?
Uh, there are both positive as well as negative changes in my society occurring nowadays. On the positive side, because of the migration from different parts to the country, people from different cultures and languages and religions are coming together, and that has increased the strength and warmth of the people in the country. But on the darker side, this trend gives rise to more nuclear family. We have more number of broken marriages, more cases of divorce. In addition to that, many people nowadays are indulging to bad habits like smoking and drinking alcohol and chewing tobacco. So I think these are the negative changes.
How rapid changes affect individuals?
Mm, Initially, our routine gets disturbed. our entire life gets disturbed. We cannot cope up with the changes immediately. But slowly, we get attuned to those changes and we make them an important part of our life.
What should we do to face these changes?
Uh, Positive changes are always welcome. So we should be receptive towards them and we should welcome them with open arms. But we should be reluctant in accepting negative changes. We should avoid them as much as we can. Being an individual, we should promise ourselves that we should not invite any negative impact on our life and we should continue to live very healthy and good life.
What changes do you think will happen in your life and in your culture in future?
Well, my life is going to change entirely as I'm planning to migrate to New Zealand. Everything will be new. A new country, new people, new friends, new education system. Everything will be new. Uh, However, I'll miss my family a lot. I'll have a homesickness and culture shock, obviously. I'll have to be more self-reliant as I have no my family member with me. So all in all, it will make me more responsible and more mature.
Well, this is the end of your speaking test. It was really nice talking to you. Goodbye. Good morning. My name is Parthesh Thakkar. What is your name?
My name is Harshil Patel.
How can I call you?
You can call me Harshil.
Okay. Can I check your identification document, please? Thank you. Now, in this part of the speaking test, I would like to ask you some questions about language. Which language do you prefer to write in?
I write in English language because I think that English language is very versatile and I can express myself in a very better way. So I prefer to write in English language.
Is there anything that you dislike about writing in English language?
Yes, there are few things that I don't like about English language because it's bit hard to memorize all the spellings. So and I am not good at that. So whenever I write something and the readers can find mistakes easily in my writing. So that is the thing I don't like about English.
How can somebody improve his English according to you?
There are many ways to improve. First of all, if someone has to improve in vocab and sentence formation, they can read a newspaper or a magazine in English. And apart from that, we are blessed with many TV channels and movies in English. They can watch it and they can also improve their listening. And nowadays, there are so many coaching classes that provide information about English. So we can use that also.
Now we'll talk about movies. What kind of movies do you like to watch?
I like movies based on science and fiction so much because in this type of movies they use a lot of latest technologies and I am very fascinated about the latest technology. So my liking goes towards the science and fiction movie.
How have movies changed over the last few decades in your country?
They have changed dramatically. First of all, the money invested in this type of movies, people are investing a big chunk of money in today's movie compared to past. In addition to that, the movies are shooted in the different countries. So at the same time, people of any country can have different kind of geographical area to watch. And the nowadays the trend has been like they are making films on real stories. So these are the ways the movies has changed nowadays.
How often do you go for watching movies?
Twice or thrice in a month because because of my busy and hectic schedule, I don't get too much time to watch movies.
Now we'll move to the next part of the speaking test where I'm going to give you a topic and I'll give you 1 minute to think on what you're going to say and then you'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes. And don't worry if I stop you. Here is the topic. I want you to speak on an environment friendly activity that you do regularly. And here's some pen and paper if you want to make some notes. Okay. You can start speaking, please.
By looking current scenario, I think that time has come that we should move doing some environmental friendly activities to save our environment. And I am doing this activity, and that is the bicycle riding. I am doing this activity since last 3 years, as I am very worried about my environment in my city. And there are many advantages why I do bicycle riding. First of all, it don't emit smoke, so it's very useful for, and it's very useful to reduce the air pollution. And in addition to that, it doesn't require fossil fuel, so we can save fuel. At the same time, we can serve our purpose also. And in addition to all this, I can have other benefits of doing by bicycle riding. First of all, it's a very good tool for exercise. We can have exercise of legs and our thighs, and so that we can burn our excessive fat. And secondly, it's a good to ride bicycle, because it pumps our blood circulation, and it's also helpful to improve our respiratory system. So it's completely aerobic exercise. And lastly, it works as a de-stressor for me, because after my busy and hectic schedule, I get bored, and whenever I think that it's too much, I take my bicycle and go in a remote area. So at the same time, I can pursue my hobby, and that is listening to music, and I can enjoy nature also. So this is the eco-friendly activity that I do regularly.
Great. Do your friends do the same activity as well?
Yes, my friends also accompany me in this activity. We go for bicycle riding every morning together.
Do you think such environment friendly activities will be popular in future?
I think that this type of environmental friendly activities will be necessary in the future, because by looking current scenario, as I have mentioned in my cue card, that we are polluting environment so much that if we want our posterity to feel the environment, we should start that type of activities from today only.
What should government do to encourage people to be environment friendly?
Um, I think that government can spread awareness regarding the using of these eco-friendly tools to commute, and in addition to that, they can increase the facility of the public transport, so more and more people can use the public transport. And at the same time, if government starts running this public transport and on natural gases, then it will be a cherry on a cake. And in addition to that, government can also fund inventors to find different techniques, so that they can reduce the pollution in
Okay.
our environment.
What is the role of an individual in protecting our environment?
Um, I think that individual person can play a very important role in protecting environment. Uh, Firstly, they can use bicycle to commute for a near distance, and if they want to go far, they can use public transport. And in addition to that, the people should not throw rubbish here and there, and by doing that, they can protect our environment from being dirty.
What are the major sources of pollution according to you?
According to me, the smoke that is emitted by the major industrial area and the vehicles are the major source of pollution. In addition to that, fire in the forest and fire in the forest is also contributing to it.
Do you think pollution will increase or decrease in the future?
Uh, I think that pollution will decrease, definitely decrease in the nearby future, because nowadays people are very conscious about the environment, and they want to save the environment. And in addition to that, government of many countries and multinational companies are also investing a big chunk of money to find another source of energy. So if they succeed, definitely the pollution will decrease.
Okay, this is the end of your speaking test. It was really nice talking to you. Goodbye. Good morning. My name is Parthesh Thakkar.
Good morning, sir.
What is your name?
My name is Parthesh.
How can I call you?
You can call me Palna.
Okay. Can I check your identification document, please?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Now, in this part of the speaking test, I would like to ask you some questions about hobbies. What are your hobbies?
I'm not much into hobbies, but whenever I get free time, I like to pursue some common hobbies like reading books, listening to music, and most of the time I like to play with my nephew, and that is the best thing that I do in my spare time.
Okay. When do you pursue your hobbies?
Actually, due to my busy job, I do not get much time. That only weekends that I can pursue my hobby on the weekends, and I can get much time only on weekends. So, most of my hobbies I pursue on weekends.
Some people say that hobby is a waste of time. Do you agree or disagree with them, and why?
I totally disagree with this notion because I think by pursuing hobbies, we make ourselves so relaxed that we can work very efficiently in our weekdays, and we can broaden our mental horizon also by pursuing some hobbies like painting, dancing, and meeting with people. So I think some people are totally wrong in this manner.
Now, I would like to ask you some questions about traveling and holidays. Do you like holidays?
Yes, definitely. I like holidays. As by getting holidays, I can think that I feel myself. I can enjoy at the fullest, and I can share my quality time with my friends and family members.
So, what is the importance of holidays in today's busy schedule of people?
I think due to fast pace of life, we are getting so much less time to spend with our friends and relatives, and because of that, holidays are much more important. We can enjoy ourselves, we can be like ourselves, and we can relax, and we can get more and more energy and enthusiasm to work and very hard, very efficiently. So holidays are very important.
What do you prefer more, going on holidays with your friends or family members, and why?
I think I'm comfortable with both of them. I like to spend my time with family member as well as my friends. Whenever I am with them, I can enjoy my day as I am. I can be like I am. I can relax. I can talk whatever I want. I can each and every moment I can enjoy. So I think they are the best distressor for me whenever I go on holidays.
Now we'll move to the next part of the speaking test where I'm going to give you a topic and I'll give you 1 minute to think and then you'll have to speak for 1 to 2 minutes on the same. And don't worry if I stop you when 2 minutes are over. I want you to speak on your dream house and give some pen and paper if you want to make some notes. Could you start speaking now?
I get an opportunity to talk about my dream house before you. So I will say something about my dream house. I think due to very hectic life, we always find a peace and pollution-free environment, and I think it is the best place to live. And I want that my dream house will be in that place which is very pollution-free and noise-free and near to sea, so that I can enjoy nature also. I want to have a bungalow which is very luxurious and have each and every facility starting from a garden. I like to have a big garden in my bungalow so that I can enjoy nature and I can nurture many different varieties of plant over there. Second thing is swimming pool. And I like to learn swimming in future. So I think having swimming pool, I can fulfill my wish and I can enjoy swimming with my family member and friends. Last but not the least, how can I forget to include technology? Because technology make our life very easy and comfortable, and I think my home will have this kind facility so that I can enjoy each and every moment of my life by living over there. I want to live in this bungalow with my friends, family member and my in-laws so that I can enjoy my time with them. I can share my quality time. I can whatever I want to do in future, I can do with them. After I think after pursuing my post graduation in surgery, I will be able to make my dream comes true because by profession I am a doctor and I think it is a very lucrative field. So by that I can get more money and I will be able to have this bungalow in my hand.
Now we'll move to the next part of the speaking test, but before that, can I get that topic and paper back from you? Thank you. What kind of houses do people dream of in your culture?
Actually, it is very difficult for me to say about other people's dream because I do not have much idea about them. But I can say that they all have to have their bungalow or dream house in very noise free and pollution free environment as I want. And they also want to have a luxurious lifestyle so that they can flaunt in front of their family member, their relatives.
What other facilities do you think the house of the future will have?
As I said that technology is a part of our life and I think more and more technology will be used in-house so that each and every person can enjoy technology, each and every person can enjoy their life and it will make us our life very easy. So I think in future house technology will be the most important and it will use in each and every place.
Many people live in slums in many countries. How can this problem be solved according to you?
I think government can help in this. Government can provide them homes by building more and more homes for them. So they can have a shelter to live and we can also eradicate slums in our country. Apart from this, I think unemployment is also a major source of this kind of slums and by providing employment to them, we can help them to eradicate slum area and to build more and more building homes in our country so that by this way we can help to our country to progress.
Why do different countries' houses have different structures?
I think that culture has more influence on the building of different houses in different countries. Apart from the culture, I think money is also very important. Developed country has more money and people of developed country like to have very luxurious house at their hand. While developing country, each and every person of developing country are not so much rich. So I think it is also important and apart from all these natural calamities also can affect structure of building because many countries have faces natural calamities here and there, now and then. So I think it is very important to build building or house in that context so that we can protect our home.
What are the advantages and disadvantages of living in a bungalow?
There are many advantages in living in bungalow. First of all, we can have a large parking space so that we don't have to face parking problem where as we can face in living in apartment. In addition, we can also live our lives on our way because in apartments we always feel disturbance from neighbors and they always keep our private matter, and in living in bungalow we don't have to face these and we can live our life at our fullest. But I think security is the thing which we need more in bungalow, because we can face many problems by living in bungalow. We have to take care of our own things whenever we go out. So I think security is the major thing which we need.
Okay, fine. This is the end of your speaking test. It was really nice talking to you. Goodbye.